Well, folks, it finally happened, or rather, it's finally happening. The inevitable outcome. Crystal Dynamics has just announced that they will be ending active development of Marvel's Avengers. Kind of funny that this news is coming now, just a few days after we spoke about this game in comparison to the upcoming Suicide Squad game. But whatever. It's almost like the Avengers had to accentuate its failure one last time as a warning, like, oh, you're not worried about Suicide Squad being live service? Well, you should be. Look at me, I'm dying. But anyway, let's get just a tad bit deeper into this Avengers thing in what should be a short video. So the game will officially come to a close on September 30th of this year, meaning the game will be a little over 3 years old when it officially dies. At the time of death, Marvel's Avengers will be delisted from all storefronts, so if you want to keep playing, make sure you've got it downloaded before September 30th. And you will be able to keep playing both the story mode and multiplayer. But of course, there will be no further content updates to look forward to. And the final balancing update of the game will go live on March 31st. Also, the premium currency of the game will no longer be purchasable beyond the shutdown date. Any existing premium currency you have will be turned into the game's in-game resources. And yippee, you get all the cosmetics for free. Yeah, free cosmetics for a game that won't exist. So yeah, those are the details of it, but the short and to the point version is this game is ending. And who does this really surprise at the end of the day? The game did awful right from the get-go, both commercially and critically. Pretty much no one bought it, and most of the people who didn't like it. And it will no doubt continue to be held up as one of gaming's greatest mishandlings of established IP, unfortunately. And I think the best we can hope for is that everyone sorta learned from this, A lot of this was publishers and executives meddling where they had no business doing so. Not saying the developers did nothing wrong, because I'm sure they did a lot wrong. I mean, the character models that were chosen for this game, I don't know whose choice that was. I don't know who chose that. This sorta, we are the MCU versions, but not the MCU versions. We're kind of like B-list MCU versions, but we're not the comic versions because we don't want it to look too cartoon. I don't know what they wanted, but it was a terrible call. I don't know who did it. Square, Crystal, whoever. I don't like it. But yeah, a lot of publisher meddling definitely went into this, shoehorning in quote unquote more lucrative, but really just repetitive and unimaginative mechanics, as opposed to, a dev team's true vision that may not seem like it's gonna get the same money as some live service thing on paper. And unfortunately, a lot of the time, execs of these development studios and publishing companies only look at the cold hard cash of any potential project, meaning they look at a live service like Fortnite and go, oh, they just continue to rake in money. That's much better than one big burst of money that then stops if we were to make a premium title. And yes, if you look at it from that one aspect in a simple game versus game, of course you'd make the live service thing if you were just aiming to make more money. But these people aren't looking at the positive press and pedigree that comes with doing something big and doing it right by fans. Had Marvel's Avengers been a single player focused superhero romp where you bounce between members of the Avengers like it was planned to be by the developers, had this game just been something good and of quality rather than trying to be a money printer, then not only would it have sold extremely well with room for high selling DLC to boot, but fans are now looking at Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics like, those are the Marvel's Avengers guys. Those are the people who gave me this great thing. I want to try other things that those people made. Not to mention, you've now done right by Marvel and Disney, who now want to give you more properties to make more money together, strengthening your relationship with your extremely profitable partner and their slew of popular IP. But no. Instead, we took the quick and easy, low effort route, and where did it lead us? To near non-existence only 3 years later, and a massive black mark on your records. Truly terrible. I hope Suicide Squad does better. But yeah, there's some unfortunate, if not predictable news for you. And that's pretty much all I've got to say. Tell me what you think of all this. I realize this might be very disappointing to a few people who were still enjoying themselves from good old Marvel's Avengers, but Such is life. Anyway, until next time, I am Waifu Collector. I am just a normal guy. I like hentai. And I guess Spider-Man will be a PlayStation exclusive character forever. Goodbye.